Hey everybody, can y'all see me? Maybe? Yes, no? Oh, cool. Okay. Hey, sorry I'm a little late. It's the first time I'm streaming from my house on YouTube, so it's a little bit of a learning curve on my part. Thanks for your patience. Took me a little bit longer than I thought to to get set up. Cool. Oh my gosh, so many of you in the chat. That's awesome. Hello, hello, hello. Cool. My name's Tim. I work over at NaNoWriMo HQ, and I am a program director over there. And we're so excited to be writing with you. This is so cool. I see some familiar faces in the chat. There's some familiar screen names, at least. So nice to see everybody there. If you can, let me know. Like, if you want to share a name or where you're writing from, I'd love to know. I'm over here in California, in Berkeley. And whoa, is everybody participating in camp? I also want to hear that. Hi, Madeline in Norway. Oh, it's so nice. Whoa, whoa, folks from everywhere. Oh my gosh. Oxford, New York City, Ecuador, the Pacific Northwest, Philippines. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. So cool. I can't tell if it's dark just on my screen or if it's actually how it is, but let me know if that starts to bother y'all too. Um, whoa, 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 whoa. A little hard to keep up with the chat. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, it's so cool to hear that a lot of y'all are participating in camp. I'm also participating in camp. Um, and dark here too. Okay, it is dark. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Is that a little better? A little bit. I'm trying to turn on all the lights I can. Okay, cool. All right. Well, this is about as best as it can do. um, cool. It's so exciting to hear that y'all are liking camp for the most part. All right. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Sarah Allen has already got over 25,000 words, which is halfway towards their goal. That's incredible. I'm nowhere near that. I think my goal for this month is 5,000 words, which is like pretty small, I know, but it's kind of like what I feel like I have the capacity for right now. But so impressed by y'all who are doing amazing word counts. Words Fall says, I want to hit 25K today. I'm not sure if I can. What? You totally can. Melody, it's your room's looking. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is like truly the product of being, I'm a little bored here in social isolation. And so we've had all these prints for like ever since I moved in here, which was like 2 years ago, and I never put them up. And then finally this weekend, I put them all up because I was like, what else am I going to do? um, and then let's see. Whoa, Ace Notepad says made a goal for 30K, already at 17K. Oh my gosh. Jessica Cachet says 1,978 words so far. Y'all, you're so amazing. I feel so inspired right now. Uh, let's see. Whoa. Binary says it wasn't my original goal, but I'm on track for 50K. Oh my gosh. Regina Walker from Oklahoma says just over 45K on their manuscript. Y'all are incredible. Cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think I'm like getting so distracted by reading the chat. I just want to hear what y'all have to say all the time. Cool. So then for y'all who are just joining us, again, my name's Tim. I work over at NaNoWriMo HQ. I don't know if y'all have, if everyone here has been in a virtual writing before, is it anybody's first time? If it's your first time, maybe put like a, I don't know, what's a fun emoji to put for your first time? Maybe the party hat emoji in the chat. But yeah, if it is your first time a virtual writing, basically we're going to spend an hour kind of trying to do some writing together. And so we'll do we'll do word sprints. So if you've never done a word sprint before, it's basically a timed writing exercise. Well, lots of people's first times. Okay, cool. So we'll basically do a timed writing exercise. And so we'll go for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 12 minutes, and then we'll have a suggested prompt. And it's your choice if you want to use that prompt or not. You can totally not use it if you don't want to. And I will make sure to put the prompts in the chat as we go along. But is everybody ready for any questions? Okay, first, before we do that, any questions about virtual write-ins or what sprints are? And then after we see if there are any folks who are still confused, I know it can be a little bit confusing sometimes, then we'll dive into our first word sprint, if that's cool with everybody. Whoa. Oh man, Luz Pacheco says second time. Last week was the first, third or fourth for me for Literal Bry. Wow, so cool. Oh, folks are ready. Folks are ready. Ready to go. Okay, cool. I love it. Okay, so today, I think we're going to do a prompt that is going to be from today's. I don't know if you guys have been getting the Stay Home Rimo prompts every week or the checklist. We're sending those 3 times a week now. We were sending them every day, but I think we're going to try to use the writing prompt from there for today. So hold on, let me pull that up real fast. Okay, it's kind of fun. So again, with these prompts, you can use them if you want to, and then also feel totally free to ignore them if you want to. So the writing prompt will be insert your character into your favorite book, TV show, or movie and see how they react. And again, if this prompt doesn't work for you, if you just want to work on your camp project as you've already kind of know where it's going, you can totally do that instead. For the first one, for a good little like warm up, stretch out your fingers. Maybe we can do something that'll go for 5 minutes. Does that sound good? Oh, Lindsay says, maybe I'll use the writing scripts to finish some of my written homework. Hilarious. Definitely do that. Okay, cool. Let's go for 5 minutes for this first sprint. I'll put a timer on the clock. And if y'all are ready, say 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, we got a little over a minute left. Also, don't feel bad not following the prompts. It's totally okay. Oh, that's time. Whew. All right. 5 minutes. If you guys are done, if you want to share how many words you wrote during that sprint, and then also maybe if you have like a sentence or two that you want to share, that would be awesome. We'd love to see in the chat. I ended up using this sprint a little bit, but it definitely was like kind of like a total detour in my camp project, but it was kind of fun. I dropped a character. I introduced a couple of characters into a small town like the Schitt's Creek town, which is fun. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see. Words fall did 33 words. It's a furry thing. 451. Holy smokes. Meg A wrote 102 words. Course for You hand wrote a half a page. That's awesome. Candace George so far managed 62 words. I'm also handwriting right now. Maya Donwell 50. Had to look up some info. Cool. What info did you have to look up? Words fall. Let's see. Ooh. Zola Bean 172. Not too hot. LOL. No, that's amazing. I feel like that's an incredible. I feel like anything over 100 words, honestly, is like so impressive. And any words that you get down, period, is awesome. More than you started with, right? Oh my gosh, I'm seeing some cool sentences too. I'm going to read some of these just because they're so great. Let's see. Natalie Rose shared she'd been meditating, then dreaming, and now she'd been sat down in a tea shop to have a conversation with someone who seemed bothered by the circumstances. Whoa. All right in a row like that? That's super interesting. And I like that they were sat down in a tea shop. Like that feels like such a specific setting, in a really fun way. I feel like there's so much potential there. Ivy Hansen, very messy, reminded me of a bad fan fiction. I feel like so many of my projects start out feeling like bad fan fiction, and then sometimes the drafting you just gotta you just gotta let it all out. Tracy Nicole says 80 words. I am writing fanfic, so dropping my characters into a different show wouldn't work so well. LOL. Slash kind of a crossover, right? That's always kind of fun. Like Doctor Who meets Crowley and Aziraphale. Let's see. Zara Wright says, remember, guys, whether you got 10 words or 100 words, it's that many words more than you had 5 minutes ago. Yeah, which is kind of incredible. Like, it's awesome to think just 5 minutes ago. Like, it's such a short span of time, and you, like, change, like, significantly change your circumstances no matter how many words you added, It's kind of awesome. Feels very, like, empowering right now, where so little seems within my control. Nile Woman says, I inserted my character into the book Lockdown by Tracy Hunter Abramson. He is undergoing hostage crisis training, which is being provided by the US Navy SEALs. Whoa, so cool. I've never heard of that book. That sounds interesting. I'll look into it. Emily Mesavusu writes, the distant waves startled me. When I opened my eyes, my jaw nearly dropped when I realized I wasn't on the couch anymore or the comfort of my apartment, but on a cool bed of sand. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that feels like so specifically startling right now, Like I think like, oh, that's incredible. Let's see. Ivy Hansen says it's a good thing I won't be including the scene at all for the actual story. Yeah, actually, I feel like I've had, like I feel like inevitably whenever you're writing something, you don't include certain scenes in the final product. But a lot of times, like some of those digressions or some of those like side paths that you took, or like those alternate scenes that you create, I feel like they help you learn a little bit more about your characters in a way that really positively informs the rest of your novel. Lexi says, that was fun. Maybe I should try some fanfic. Yes, that'd be so cool. I feel like fanfic so underrated. Misty Kate asked Tim, "Are your loose prints framed by what?" That looks cool. Oh, yeah, I saw this idea online. They're framed by washi tape. Washi tape is this like Japanese tape. It's kind of like masking tape, but it's usually comes in a bunch of different colors, or you can get it in a bunch of different patterns, and you can get it in different thicknesses. So I also did not have the budget to frame all of my all of the stuff. So yeah, I used tape to frame it. Cool. This was so fun. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for sharing all of these amazing words and sentences. Oh, oh, did somebody insert your character into Knives Out? Jesse Bellevue says, "Who said Knives Out? My new fave movie." That movie was really fun. Oh, and literal Bree or Bry says, "One of my friends said something about a director's cut of my book to include all the deleted scenes. That'd be so fun." Cool. Bat Advocate says washi tape is usually used for bullet journaling. Yeah, I think I've seen it used for bullet journaling a lot. Um, cool. Okay, this was great. That was so fun. I feel like I didn't get that many words, but I got some stuff that I feel excited about. So let's try another sprint if you guys are ready. This one we should go a little bit longer, I think. Does 10 minutes sound good, or should we do like 8 minutes? While y'all mull on that, I think the prompt that I'm going to suggest, this one's a little bit more usable. I think maybe if you want to use it with your actual novel or writing prompt, the prompt is going to be your character runs into someone they haven't seen in a really long time. Okay. Oh, and I think people are saying 10 minutes mostly. I'm seeing a lot of people voting for 10. Okay, let's go for 10. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go for 10. The prompt for this 10-minute sprint is your character runs into someone they haven't seen in a very long time. Again, prompts are optional. If that one also does not work for you or where your writing project is at right now, ignore it. Or, like someone in the chat said earlier, if you're just going to use this 10-minute sprint to work on your writing homework, you can do that too. Okay, cool. All right, I'm excited. Ready, set, 10 minutes. Got about 5 minutes left in this sprint. Ooh, got about a minute left. Oh, that's time. Okay, let me know your word counts and oh, hold on, let me turn that off. You know, word counts and sentences. Uh, Ria Sunshine says, these prompts have been helping me figure out the plot of my second storyline. Weird how they've all been relevant to my characters. That's great. That's so awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome when the prompts can apply to you. And then again, also, like, if they don't apply to you, you don't have to use them at all. No pressure. Don't feel bad. I saw a couple people saying they felt bad. Don't feel bad at all. They're designed to, like, you know, be an inspiration if you need one and just like kind of like rev your engine, your creative engine a little bit. But if your creative engine is already, you know, humming along, chugging along, you're all good to go. So don't worry about that. I use them sometimes and I don't use them sometimes. So totally normal. Rain S says 351 words. Finally, almost done with this chapter slash episode. I'm so excited. Congratulations. Wait, are you writing chapter slash episode? Are you writing? Are you writing scripts or what are you writing? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! The chat. Hold on. Hold on. Stop moving. Bailey Flailing says 181. LOL, kept getting stuck. Yeah, I got stuck a handful of times here too. I think for me, sometimes when I get stuck, the easiest thing to keep going is to maybe like switch like the focus character sometimes. I think it can feel disjointed when you read it back, but that's what editing can be for often. Solely Schmidt wrote, I did 169 words. You have a sentence. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so clumsy. The girl put her head in her other palm. No sweat, clumsy girl. I'm learning the ropes too, Adrian said, smiling at her. Ooh, flirty. I like that. Are you writing? Is this like a rom-com moment, maybe a little bit? Ice Wine Rose says, came in late, so like 5. 5. Came in late, knocked out 5 words, rock star. Jessica Cachet wrote, why is there a waiting room in a prison? Yogi asked the policeman. Well, our author was a little crazy and decided to add a waiting room to the story, the policeman answered. Oh, so meta. I like it. So they're like aware of being characters. That's really fun. If so. Let's see. What about Christopher Dwyer wrote, well, I've read you, Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Wet Bad Wolf. Wolves in nature eat things, and they can be scary, but part of being a good girl is learning when to be scared and when to be brave. Oh, interesting. Is it like fairy tale characters involved? I think that sounds really fun too. Learning when to be scared and when to be brave. I feel like I'm still figuring that out. Let's see. AJ Mastel wrote, I saw the genuine fear on her face, and for a moment, she was my sister again, mine to protect. My arms ached to hold her, to comfort her, but I pushed the impulse aside. That's so sad. I feel like my heart like pounded a little bit there. Oh, I want them to be sisters again. Wow, so moving in just a few sentences. Oh, Penumbra Mind MM word. Bless you. Are you playing the new quarantine game? Is it allergies or is it the virus? I am playing that game. I feel like I'm an expert in that game. I have had a little bit of a cough for the past like few days, but I also haven't actually left my apartment in the past 2 weeks, like not even to go to the grocery store. So if it's the virus, it was came in a delivery or something, but I'm feeling okay for the most part. So I think it is just I do usually have allergies, so I think that's what it is. Crossing my fingers. Oh my gosh, peeping on SE8 says I've been playing the game for weeks now. Oh my gosh, everyone playing that game, unite. High fives. Genevieve Trout wrote, now I am just a grown man wearing footy pajamas. Wait, is that from your writing project or is that just a sentence about yourself? Jesse Bellevue says, yeah, this prompt literally helped me find the whole plot for my new story. That's incredible. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to hear that. And then I'm gonna read a couple more, and then we'll dive into our next prompt. Oh, Christopher Dwyer explained about the Red Riding Hood bit bag wolf thing. Kind of little girl growing up as an heiress in an atypical kingdom. This is her mom trying to reassure her after getting scared by accident and meeting one of the dad's retainers who has a hooked hand. Whoa, interesting. Not what I would have guessed, but super interesting. Okay, one more to read. They say, read Nature Artist 8012. I'm afraid I won't be able to help you, he says, his voice suddenly cold. I can't imagine a nobleman like Tyson sanctioning the creation of any kind of magic done by dragon spawn. Whoa. Is he like being like practical? Like, are dragon spawn actually like dangerous, or is he being a little bit like bigoted? I'm not sure. I can't tell from that sentence, but I feel like there's like some juicy stuff happening there. Oh my gosh, I love reading what you guys are doing with your social distancing time too. Laura Dreams Big says, I'm pretty sure by the end of social distancing, I'll have memorized all of Hamilton. Incredible. We should have a talent show, honestly, maybe at like a future YouTube stream or Instagram live where people come on and show all the things they've learned or done during during social distancing, whether that's like memorizing all of Hamilton or just like I figured out how to not yell at my kids. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. All right. Sorry. I'm getting too distracted by all the interesting things you guys are saying in chat. I love hearing from y'all. Let's do one more sprint. Did 10 minutes feel good, or should do a little bit longer, a little bit shorter? I have a prompt in mind, and this one I tried to come up with a prompt that's a little bit more general. And so I feel like there's been a little bit of a theme to our prompts so far. So the first one was to drop your character into your favorite book, TV, or movie, a TV show or movie, and then the second one was your character runs into someone they haven't seen in a very long time. And then this third one, I feel like so far all kind of like encounters, right? New encounters. And then I think the third one, I'm going to do a little bit more general, but still kind of an encountery prompt, which is include a language barrier in your next scene, whatever that means or however that might manifest. And I think I'm seeing folks who are saying a little bit longer. I'm seeing more votes for 15, which is like a good middle ground. And I started a little bit late, so I'm going to go a little bit past 2, if that's okay with you guys. So I think we could do 15 minutes, if that works. Okay. Bye to the folks who have to go. Bye, Kaylee. All right, so let's try 15, which is a super long one. I don't think I've never actually done a 15-minute sprint in one of these virtual write-ins before, but let's try it. Wait, now I'm seeing people saying 10. Okay. I'm gonna commit. Let's say 15. Let's say 15. Okay. I'm gonna start for 15 minutes. The prompt, optional, if you want to use it, great, is include a language barrier in this next scene. All right. Ready, set, go. Okay, got about 10 minutes left in this prompt. So, a third of the way through. A little bit less than 5 minutes left. If you're feeling a little bit like losing momentum, maybe try to just see if you can finish these next 5 minutes with a strong push. About a minute left. Oh, and that's time. Whoa, 15 minutes felt long. Let me know your word counts if you want to. a sentence that you wrote during that time. Z Kiwi Burton wrote, that prompt didn't really work for my story, but it was still a fun playground for a while, which I love that phrasing. I love the idea of using prompts as like a fun place to play around for a little bit and get to know your characters a little better. So thank you for phrasing it that way. Mart's Gamer wrote, geez, they wrote 0 words, which is okay. I mean, that happens sometimes too. They can't all be as proficient. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. As productive as we might want them to be. The King Starfish wrote 849 words. Incredible. Oh my gosh. It's a Fur Thing also got 885. Proud of myself. We're proud of you too. That's so awesome. Zara writes, I reached 13,174 words. Holy smokes, y'all. Jessica Jolly says, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Whoops. But Isling was too scared to look up, her knuckles white. Come on, he said gently. You didn't just fight your way all the way up here to hide. Look. She took a deep breath and slowly lifted her head. Oh, what's she seeing? I'm imagining like she's at the top of like a tower or something. Um, Eleanor Raymer says, I managed to write 2 scenes, finished just in time. That's awesome. I wrote 1 scene, but it was like a page and a half, which is more than I usually do for these. Macy Hayes says, her skin was smooth. Any wrinkle he did have, it found a way to be smooth on top of a glossy plastered face. His hair was as white as a newly purchased t-shirt. That's an incredible description. I'm picturing something like so crisp and pure. That's so funny. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Courtney KR says, it was fun creating a new language. Whoa, you created a brand new language? That's really cool. For the language barrier? So awesome. YM Nelson says 56 words, including the end. Whoa, congratulations. Not really the end. Still have a few plot holes to fill, but still, that feels so good when you can write the end. Talia Henry wrote 673 words for a total of 16,006. Oh my gosh. Okay, so then have folks kind of hit their like goals for the day, or do you have like goals that you're still trying to achieve today that you want to share in the comments? Tell you for yourself. Hob wrote, my head throbbed more than ever, and the bright luminescence of the hallways did little to help the headache already setting in. Oh my gosh, hallway lighting. Truly, such a headache. Oh my gosh, these are so good. Ella Fuller wrote, she knelt next to me and put her arms around me. We sat like that, her arms around me in the middle of the street for what felt like hours. I was the one to pull away, and I offered her a weak smile. Oh no, what happened? Are they friends or family? Like, I feel like that's such a, so like that's a person you trust move, someone who just like sits with you in silence for a little while. As Kimber writes, she had risen like clay, born into a world where her body was not her body, but every language she spoke was a language spoken in another one of her lifetimes. Whoa. Super interesting. Like there were just like a series of lifetimes where she knew these different languages and the day she retains them. That's so cool. I would love that. I wish I knew a lot of different languages. Harper Nicole says, I hit and passed my goal. Over 5,000 words. Incredible. Holly and Mistletoe says, I still need to do about 1,000 more words today. You've got that. I feel like a few more sprints and you're totally going to be good. Solly Schmidt says, I'm way over my goal for today. And then also shared a sentence, I'm Ladybug, but I mean, it's kind of a given name. You, on the other hand, get to choose your name, unless you want to be called the Black Cat. That's kind of fun. Jessica Gachet says, my chapters are very short. Any tips on making them longer? Ooh, do people have tips on making chapters longer? I think for me, I would wonder what you want to see from longer chapters. I think sometimes if your chapters are short, that's because that's kind of the natural pace of your writing, and that can be okay. But I think if you want to lengthen the chapters, that might be a good thing to go back. Usually we try not to say you should go back in your novel because we want to keep you focused on the forward momentum. But going back and reading through and being like, just purely as a reader, trying to be like, oh, where does my attention catch? What do I want to know a little bit more about? and then going back and filling in those spots, I think can be a really good way to add some depth in places where it might not have come in your first draft. And see, Joy Rosella says, I like reading books with short chapters. Me too, actually. Simon Apollo says you could combine them into longer chapters, which is true. You could that might be a good like editing thing to be doing if your project is editing, is to go back and see like, oh, actually this chapter really resonates with this chapter, or like these character perspectives are very similar. I feel like we could combine them into one chapter. I think that's actually a really great way to do that. Okay, all right. So we are wrapping up. I know some folks have to leave for other things, but thank you so much for joining me for this virtual write-in. We are doing more. So I think someone said this in the chat already, but yeah, every Wednesday we're going to be doing virtual write-ins on YouTube like this. So we'll be doing them for an hour, and we'll be doing several sprints, some of them longer. And then every Thursday, actually from now on through the end of April, at the very least, we'll be doing Instagram Lives. So the Instagram Lives, if you haven't joined us over there, our Instagram account is just at NaNoWriMo. You can tap our little avatar with the Viking helmet to watch the Instagram Live on Thursdays. And that's kind of similar to this, maybe a little bit more chatty, asking more questions, like hearing from people. And then we usually do like a couple of sprints at least during those too, if you want to check that out. Thank you so much again for joining us. I hope your Camp NaNoWriMo word sprints go great. Camp NaNoWriMo projects go great. And if you're not participating in camp or you're just writing, thank you so much for joining us and for doing that as well. Sending you lots of love and hoping you all stay safe and healthy. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.